This segment is sponsored by New Perspective Financial Solutions. Life insurance has evolved over the years, but many people are unaware of how some relatively newer policies may be able to help them in retirement. So joining me now with some insight into this is Tavon Jackson. Tavon is the founder of New Perspective Financial Solutions, a DC-based firm that focuses on preparing people for a successful retirement. And he is joined this morning by the agency at National Harbor insurance agent, Brandy Bridget. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brandy, I'll start with you. How have insurance policies changed over the years, or life insurance policies, I should say?
They've changed a lot. You know, back in the day, people just simply saw them as a burial benefit. So it was a very small policy. It was something to check off the bucket list. It was not, you know, the growth patterns weren't as efficient as they are today.
Yeah.
And you know, just like everything else, it has evolved.
Yeah.
And one thing you don't want is what's called a living death, where you're alive, but you're killing everybody financially because they're trying to keep you alive. So by having a policy that not only do you have the death insurance, but you can actually utilize it for your life as well if you were to get sick.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as this has evolved, is there a life insurance policy that you can actually use through your retirement?
Yes, there are several types of policies that are, you know, able to be used during retirement, but specifically, we focus in on the Index Universal Life Insurance. It has a specific growth pattern that it gives you the aggressive gains without any downside risks, and so therefore, we're able to create some distributions during retirement, as many people are not as fully financially prepared for that as they would like.
Right.
And then most people, they put their money in just a 401k, and they don't realize that that's going to cause a tax problem down the road.
Yes.
So you're delaying taxes now, but when you most need your money, it's tax free.
Yes.
So the great thing about the IUL is that if we structure it the right way, then all that money's tax free in retirement. So therefore it helps our Social Security be tax free, our Medicare premiums to be cheaper. So that's why you need to work with a financial advisor.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, because they're also going to ask you this question: how much do you want covered from your life insurance policy, right? Like, what are you trying to cover? How do you know what's enough when it comes to this policy?
You know, we probably get asked that question 50 million times in a day.
It's hard to decide.
It is very hard.
Personally, I'll tell you, it's hard.
You know, you want to make sure, myself being a widow, I understand more than most that it is so important to make sure that you have income coming in for at least 5 years. When you have someone pass away. Wow. You want to be able to make sure that you're taking care of all the day-to-day tasks. So it's very important to keep up with in talking to your financial advisor, because as your situations change, as you grow, as you make more money, you need to be reevaluating this. So therefore you can make sure your family's fully prepared. So that question really is based off of what's your income, what's your proper asset protection, and what are you trying to build for the future.
And if let's say your husband makes $100,000 a year, and you only have $100,000 worth of coverage, you're only covered for 1 year. So a lot of people are underinsured and they don't even know it.
Can you afford it? That's what
That's the question. Yeah.
Right? Like, you got to get to the level, right, where it's enough that you can cover it, but you don't.
And one thing we do for our clients is that for the first few years, they may have to pay for it, but once they retire, we can actually use their investments to pay for the insurance for them.
Okay.
So think of it like a cake, and we're using the icing on the cake to pay for the premiums.
Absolutely.
So even if it's $300, $400, $500 a month, that sounds like a lot, but if your nest egg is substantial, that interest, you won't even notice it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. For people who say, I just want enough for my family to be able to bury me, they don't want that financial burden on their family. What do you say to someone who, look at this face right here, what do you say to them?
You know, that's been the mindset for so long. And I think that if we continue to do that, we're just continuing this cycle of having everyone start right back at the starting line. Because we're not really fully educated or aware of all of the financial burdens that are left when we leave our families behind. And so, you know, we've got to think forward and not just leave someone at the starting line, but actually passing a baton. And so that's what our job is, to help them do.
Yeah.
And for me, I think it's very selfish when you just have enough to bury you.
Yeah.
Because we've all seen GoFundMes. We've seen people signing up for fish fries just to try to pay for a burial.
Yeah.
So that's why life insurance is the easiest way to transfer wealth tax-free.
Leave that legacy too.
Yeah.
Thank you both for being
problem.
here. If you want more information, you'd like to learn more about preparing for your retirement, New Perspective Financial Solutions has a great offer. Tavon wants to help protect and continue to grow your money while also helping you better understand life insurance and how to create a reliable income stream. So right now, for the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $250,000 or greater, they're offering a complimentary retirement income plan just for you. This will allow Tavon to sit down with you personally or schedule a call to make sure that you are on the right track for a successful retirement. The number to call is 240-335-8366. Again, it's 240-335-8366.